folks, welcome back to the channel. This is the second time I've attempted to do this video. I got cut off halfway through. What I'm doing is my art journal. Now I was going to start this in January, but I'm off college today and I had so many ideas last night about what I wanted to do. So what I've done on the last video before I got cut off, I've taken 2 sheets from the planner that LMA gave me that I'm using as a art journal, and what I've done is I used just acrylic paint to paint the sheets black, and then I used some of this Dovecraft 3D enamel, and I just used a wee bit of card and I squeezed some along the top and then I pulled it down, and the red is just to symbolise the Phantom's cloak cape. And then what I've done, I had printed out some Phantom of the Opera sheet paper in white. So what I done was I crinkled it all up, rubbed my black ink pad over the top, and then went over with my Tim Holtz vintage photo, and then I put some droplets of water on the paper just to make it look aged. So I done that. I'm sorry you didn't get to see that, but the camera is a nightmare. And then I printed off this Phantom mask and I cut it out. And then what I done was I stamped out, I've got this rose stamp and I've stamped it out and cut it out. Now I took off all the leaves to make it look a bit more like Christine's rose that the Phantom puts on her grave at the end of the movie. And that's how far we got before we got rudely interrupted. So I'll see if I can tip this down a wee bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, this isn't completely dry. I put my heat tool over it to try and dry it out a wee bit more. It's nearly there, but it's just a wee bit tacky, but it won't matter because we're sticking things on it anyway. So the first thing I'm going to do is stick on my piece with Phantom of the Opera, and I explained in the last video, this says music by Andrew Lloyd Webber from Phantom of the Opera, so it's absolutely gorgeous. So I want to stick this down. So I'm going to use my Anita's tacky glue. Let's make sure it's open first. And just pop some on here. Just roughly so that we can stick this down. Okay. So I want this kinda, now it's going to be too big for the page, so I need to rip some more off, and I want to have this kinda on the top here, so we'll just stick that down like so, and then the edge, because I've tore it, is quite white, so what I'll do is just go back in with some ink. What I'll do is I'll take this page out the road just now, and we'll just work on this page, and we'll put some ink along the edge just to make sure it blends in. Okay, so I quite like that. Let's try and straighten this out a wee bit. Alright, now on this side of the page, what I want to do is take some white card, pop this to the side, and on it I want to write, now if I can find, I should have my red Paper Mate Ink Joy Mini. And what I want to do is cut out about that much there. So the first word that I'm going to write is it's. And my writing's not the best, but because it's an art journal, it doesn't really matter. So I've got it's, and then I'm going to have over. It's over now the music of the night. Just have an exclamation mark. So what I've done is written, it's over now, the music of the night, and I'm going to cut these roughly into strips like so. So it doesn't matter if they're like squint or, because that's kind of nice anyway, and just chop them down. So I'm deliberately cutting these on a bit of an angle. Just to give them a bit more interest. And it's okay. So what I'll do is I'll stick these down and then I'll come back and show you. Okay, so I've stuck these on to the page. So I think that looks really nice. And then what I'm going to do is take my rose again, pop it on to here, and I'm going to just stamp black on black. So I'm just going to ink up this rose. Don't really need to ink it all up because I'm going to go off the page. And I'm just going to stamp it here at the bottom. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that on camera. Yeah, so I've stamped the black rose on there. So now I'm going to go to the next page, this one, and I want to put this piece of paper down again. This is the different piece that I ripped up and dyed. So this has been really fun, this art journal, because you can really let your imagination go wild. I'm going to pop that there. I think that looks nice. And then this rose that I've stamped out and cut out, I'm going to quickly, if I can find it, take a red marker and just colour in the rose. Again, it doesn't have to be precise because you're just going over the black lines anyway. Okay, so we've coloured that in. You can see I'm not the greatest colourist, but I think it looks alright for this purpose. I'm just going to stick this down as well. And I'm going to have that this time coming over the paper like that. And then I want my phantom mask, and I want him to be here. So I'm going to add some glue. So for my first page it's relatively simple. I'm really sorry you didn't get to see the beginning of it. I see this silly camera on my phone cut off, but you get the idea. So I've popped him now there. So let's have a wee look at the double page and see what else I want to. So we've now got the double page like this, which I think is looking really cute. And what I'm going to do, I think, lastly, is take my white, if I can find it. What did I do with it? Did I put it back in here? I might have done. I've got about 3 or 4 of these white pens, and I can never find them when I need them. A wee second. Okay, found it. So what I'm going to write in the bottom here is the date. So it's today the 11th. Let me think. Right, I grab my, I'm sure it's Monday the 11th today. I just didn't want to write that in just in case it's not. And yes, it is Monday the 11th. So I'm just going to write in white the 11th of the 12th, 17, and then I'm going to sign it at the bottom, S. McGowan. And then what I'm going to do, oops, that fell off, on the page, I'll fix that, that's one of my paper clips that Laura sent me, the wee thing, it's fell off, I'll need to glue it back on, is just draw in white some music notes, just quite randomly, here and there. I'm going to do it on this side. One at the top. One here. One here. I think that looks quite cute. I'll put another one here. Yeah, I quite like that. And then finally on this page here, I'm going to write the word masquerade. Masquerade. Painted faces on parade. Here. So that's what I've wrote there. Masquerade, paper faces on parade. And then on this side, I'm going to write above this quote, it says it's over now, the music of the night, and what he says before that is, you alone can make my song take flight. Okay. So that is my pages finished, and I absolutely love them. So this one, it says, you alone can make my song take flight. It's over now, the music of the night. And it's got the wee rose in the bottom. And then this page, it's got masquerade, painted faces on parade. And it's got the phantom. So if you see both the pages together, I think they look absolutely gorgeous. I'm really happy with that for my first attempt at an art journaling page. I think it's really cute. And the Phantom of the Opera. So yeah, that's my first art journaling page, guys. Thanks for coming on that journey with me. If you like this video, please give me a wee thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. If you want to see some more art journaling, some more projects from me, please hit the bell for my notifications. Make sure that's on, and you will get to see everything that I've got coming up. And yes, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys all again very soon. Bye bye.